Of it again for the Express. Kevin Ball quickly on it. Robertson. He lofted it toward the corner. It's stolen by D'Amico. His pass winds up on the stick of Cranston, and there's his defense partner, Robertson. He was still on his way back. Couldn't control as he got to the Marlies line. Shots are 22-18 in favor of the Marlies in this game, but there is an edge for the Express here in the third period. 4-1 of the shots. Now Vuko poked off his stick by Forget. Graham Clark loses it just in front of the Express bench. Now McDougall gets those feet moving. Passes to Vuko. The return feed to McDougall. Can't get around Tyler's spot, but McDougall just kept that speed going. He got it again. Now St. John looks at the net, tried to center it. Marlies knocked that aside. They clear it once again.
Good step up by Spot in the high slot to take that pass away.
9 minutes to go in the third period. 1-0 Marlboros lead. Race for it. He can't deke his way in. Stopped by Spot again. Good one-on-one defensive play. Thomas sinks it into the corner. Tinmouth with that good speed got in there about the same time as St. John. McPherson gets it over to Luke St. John. Now he takes the return feed. Up ahead to Hillis. Standing still is McDougall. Now he's pressured by Antropov, but he came out of that mess with the puck. McDougall still working for it now against Fantuzzi. Hillis wants to come to the corner and help out. Antropov reverses it back into his own end. Robertson, he has been out there a ton in the third period. Thomas just rifles it off the glass. Right by Robertson. Now he gets to the middle of the ice. The shot's off his stick. He couldn't get it through to Tang. McKimmel on the boards. Has to take a hit from Fantuzzi, but he got it to Hillis. Back to the corner. McKim. There's Fantuzzi on his back one more time. That is some tough work down there, but it comes loose. Hillis was open for a moment. Now back to Robertson. Marlies are tired. Express have them hemmed in. Here's Ian McLean. Touch to the net. 2 Marlies sticks were there. And this will just be sent down the ice. It'll go right on goal to Berezynski. He'll play it ahead, but the Marlies got a much-needed change in. They were exhausted.
Big shift by York Simcoe. They can build off of that shift.
Hillis is still out there. Maybe sensing one more chance. The leading scorer for the York Simcoe Express has drawn a penalty. And Buckley, rather, it's Mackey heading to the penalty box. It's a power play for the Express next.
Charlie Mackey goes to the penalty box for the Toronto Marlboros, and this fray, Hillis enters with speed, and you'll see Mackey gets called for the charge as he steps up, knocks Hollis to the ice. Hollis throws his stick away, and Mackey heads to the box. So again, York Simcoe giving an opportunity with the extra man.
Well, how many times can you go to the well if you're the Marlies? They've played with fire here. They're still perfect at the OHL Cup, killing penalties. 23 for 23 for the York Simcoe Express. All 4 of their goals in the semifinal were power play goals. Half their goals, over half, 11 and 20, that they've scored at the OHL Cup have come with a man advantage. They need one now. They're offside this time, so the Marlies take their time. There's Forget getting it down the ice. He's been a key cog to the Marlboros' success tonight. Justin McPherson up ahead to Whitaker. He lets it go for McKim. Now Whitaker on a foot race against Horvath. Rather, that's Sampras down there. Forget pokes at it, gets to the line. McPherson over to Whitaker. Whitaker back to McPherson. That shot is blocked by Sampras. Might have been Little because he's the one shaking his hand, but they're still working hard to get that puck out. They got a quick change in. Hillis comes in, rubs it off for Whitaker. That shot is just off the stick of Spot and went high. McPherson over to Whitaker. Under a minute to go in this power play. Spot prevents the Express from coming inside the Marlies zone. They'll get in this time. McDougall knocked off his stick by Fantuzzi. And Yanni Sampras Knocks it back to center, but here comes Hillis again. His centering feed doesn't connect. Pringle sends it up and over everybody into the express end.
Marlies have done a good job here on this penalty kill, not allowing York Simcoe to get set up, and everything happening from the top of the circles to the blue line.
Breaks for it. Over to Huko. Fantuzzi bumps with him, gets the puck, gets it to the line. Robertson kept it in. There's some good eye-hand coordination. Reese Foran dives at one, but to no avail. Buckley has it down the ice again, and there's only 10 seconds to go in the power play.
Fantuzzi broke up a play at top of the circle. Buckley does the same, and another time killed off the clock for the Marlies.
Clark's way behind the play. He's lost his stick. Here's Foran creeping toward the net. Marlies down to 3 men in front of their goal. Mackey came out of the penalty box, went straight to the bench, and Graham arrived just in time. Cranston, he gets it down to Foran. He scores! Reese Foran has tied
it. Isn't that something? Tang finally gets beaten here in the third period with 5:07 left. The York Simcoe Express has life. And after the power play expires, York Simcoe keeps the pressure on. This pass down low to Foran is absolutely perfect, and Foran does the rest. So patient, instead of shooting it right there, he outlasts Tang to the glove side. Tang is down and out. Foran has a wide open net, and the York Simcoe Express bench going crazy.
Foran gets his first goal of the OHL Cup. He had 3 assists in the previous 6 games. But that is a timely one for the York Simcoe Express. Now, they poured it on here in the third period. They've had their opportunities. This one wasn't a power play goal, but maybe built off that momentum. Will occur. He centered it. It was deflected, went off the post. Another chance. That one's up high. It hit Horvath in front of the net. Akil Thomas just slaps that one out of his own end. And this third period has belonged to the York Simcoe Express. They came in trailing, but Reese Foran has tied it. What a final 4.5 we have in store here.
We're all tied up at Mattamy Center thanks to Reese Foran. His mother Sherry will be awfully proud of him. Raised 4 boys, and Reese, being one of them, ties it up for the York Simcoe Express. And an opportunity for the Marlies to clear this puck goes awry as Clark can't handle it. It's picked up, it goes to Cranston. Cranston's pass right on the tape with that little delay. And Foran finishes it off. We're tied at 1 here late in the third period. Go figure, another close OHL Cup final.
Watching York Simcoe Express come in prior to the game, no one had a bigger smile on their face than Reese Foran. Almost like he knew what was going to happen. That's a big goal. Another shot. Tang, he stopped it. Robertson, there's a long blast. He was the leading scorer in his league among defensemen. So we'll see a lot of him as we have in the third period. But we are all even up. McDougall goes back to Robertson at the line. There's a wrist shot that's blocked by McShane. Al McShane trying to get something going. Pringle comes in with some speed. Pringle's shot, it's a hard one. Berezinski, he hasn't been tested much in the third. Made a good save. That got to the front of the net. Pringle maybe hit that one too cleanly. He blocked it instead of deflecting it. That was just the third shot of the period for the Marlies. 3 Express come in over the line. Ian McLean tried to move it in front of the net. All 5 Marlies were back there once again. Dante Fantuzzi, the defenseman, leads things out. He gets to the middle of the ice. That shot stopped by Berezinski. Quick one from Pringle. That's stopped by Berezinski too. Cameron Hillis moved it over to McLean. It got past him. Forget lifts it up and over everybody. Back into the Express end. Richard Whitaker, he's standing still. Now will pick up speed. Got away from Buckley. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third period. An overtime win last year by the Marlboros, thanks to Matthew Strome, who's in the building tonight. And we're getting close to that point now. Tied at 1, 3 minutes to go. Berezinski hangs on.
New York Simcoe is gotten better as this game has progressed, and they've really leaned on their goaltender Berezynski, because in the first period he was tested early and often, outshot in that period 13-10. In the second period they were badly outshot. Here, in just a couple of chances, Berezynski has made good.
James Buckley's a point per game at this OHL Cup. Got it to Clark. He's working to get it to the front of the net where Sampras was, and it's stolen away. Ian Bucco ran into traffic, comes in front of the net to Buckley. Puck bouncing around, and the Marlies never did get a good shot on goal. Luke St. John calms things down, gets it to McPherson. He has to move it quickly. Gets it out to center ice. Kevin Ball plays it on the boards. St. John clears it again, but he missed everybody with it. And this will be a face-off in the Express end.
Boy, this game has really started to tighten up here as we get into the latter stages. And being here last year in a very similar situation when Matthew Strome needed overtime to get the game winner for the Marlies, the York Simcoe Express. Go back to 04, the last time that they won the title.
Robbie Cranston. There's Hillis. Lost an edge. Still made a pass to McLean. Maybe a chance here for McKim. He comes in. Tang comes out to make the save. Pass back to the blue line. McPherson's on his backhand. Robertson. Hard shot. That's caught by Tang, and no problem for him. Tie game. 2:01 to go, and he calmly makes that save.
You heard Jeff Merrick talk to Andrew McKim, the father of Matthew, and talking about the countless hours he's put into the shot. That's a good one goal there, but again, Tang so calm, confident, top of the crease, takes it in the shoulder and makes a timely stop.
Forward on the draw against Little. Ball comes in to take it for the Marlies. Alan McShane. He has been such a key contributor to the Marlboros, their captain. He's on the ice now. Robertson, I don't know if he's taking a shift off here for the Express. He's battling behind his net. Ian Bucco gets as far as center ice. Forget over to McShane. Puck bounced on him, had to play it off the boards. Couldn't get the puck on Pringle's stick. There's Robertson. Sent it over to Cranston. Now Robertson goes up to center, and diving to knock that out of play is Forget.
Pierre-Luc Forget opened the scoring in this game for the Toronto Marlies shortly after giving up the puck on a pinch to offer the York Simcoe Express a 2-on-1. He comes back the other way, ends up scoring the goal, uses his old teammate Justin McPherson as a screen to open the scoring, and it wasn't until the third when York Simcoe has been able to tie it.
Sampras sends it into the York Simcoe end. McPherson first to it, and now Luke St. John sets up behind his own net. Sampras kept a close watch on it. McKim plays it off the boards. Hillis is so fast he got there. Got it back to McKim. St. John desperately trying to keep it in. Hillis almost got to the front of the net, but big Kevin Ball took the puck away. Slides it up ahead to Graham Clark into the final minute of regulation time. The Marlboros are offside.
Boy, this is the time when you're sitting there as a player and you're wanting the opportunity to go out there and do something, but you also have to be very cautious. You can't be too risk-taking in your approach. If you're York Simcoe, you got to be happy that you've gotten to this point. It's tied. You've got a little momentum in the third, and if you're the Marlies, you still think you have something to give.
Tyler's spot. He puts it right on goal, and that seemed to challenge Berezynski. He kept it out, though. Bucco, he's checked. Tinmouth in front of the net. Thomas couldn't handle the pass. This is the dangerous line for the Marlies. Tinmouth to the front of the net. Berezynski the save, and he knocked it away from Thomas. Back to the front of the net. Tinmouth whacking at it. He couldn't get it that time. And the Express can breathe a sigh of relief. Now they get a chance on offense. McDougall bounces it on goal. Tang made that save. Antropov streaks down the right wing side. Not much time to go. Another save for Berezynski. Just 10 seconds. Spot tries to get it to the front of the net. Tinmouth misses the net. Cranston, he's trying to hold it along the boards, but the puck came loose. Spot was heading to the front of the net. It was defended by the Express. And what a battle this has been through 3 periods. The Toronto Marlboros and York Simcoe Express, a goal each. We need overtime to decide the OHL Cup champion. Overtime almost set to go at the Mattamy Athletic Center, the former Maple Leaf Gardens. The minor midget title is on the line. It's the OHL Cup. 1-1 between York Simcoe Express and the Toronto Marlboros. Third meeting of the season between these two teams. They've all been one-goal games. This is the second one to go to overtime. Who will be champions? Will York Simcoe Express win for the first time since the 03-04 season? Or will the Marlboros make it 3 straight? 4-on-4 on the ice. And Alan McShane steady with the puck. Gets it to Kevin Ball. Up ahead to Pringle. He drops it on for the big defenseman. He comes barreling heavy into McPherson. Carter Robertson seemingly tireless. Lots of skating room now for the offensive-minded defenseman, but he can't get around Ball. Puck picked up by Pringle. He's stopped by Hillis, forced to turn back. Now makes a move in front of his own net. Pierre-Luc Forget. He scored in that first period just by putting it on goal. This time he won't get a shot. Knocked down by McPherson, but Forget has a burst of energy. Trying to poke it back to the blue line to Spot. Comes out now. Ian McLean on his backhand. Spot doesn't let him get to the front of the net. Keel Thomas comes up with it for the Marlies. He's the leading scorer at the OHL Cup. Thomas still with it as he gets into the Express end, all the way back behind their net. And he'll go to the blue line, but Fantuzzi backs off. And that will give the Express at least one change. McLean was tired, got 4 out on the ice. McDougall brought it in over the line in tight quarters with Foran and a little too tight. They were offside.
Alan McShane is our Gatorade profile player. Shane 5'11", 185 points, 185 pounds, 62 points this year. A silver medal with Team Canada at the Youth Olympics. Jonathan Taves, he claims, is his favorite player. Go figure. That's why he wears the C.
Heads up, buddy, heads up.
Here's Tyler Spot. Sees some skating room, gets to center ice. No shots yet in overtime. OHL Cup on the line. Tinmouth. He tried to center it to James Blackley. It was broken up by Luke St. John. Matthew McDougall. He's working hard to get into the Marlies' end. Sharp angle shot. That's no problem for Tang. Redirects it to an open side, and Thomas Tinmouth has it behind his own net. Foran gets in front of Tinmouth before he can get a head of steam worked up. Spot moves it over to Ball. That's turned over at center. Robertson quick to jump on it.
He's over there again.
I don't think he's gone off.
Heads up.
Whitaker tried to bank it off the glass. It hit a stanchion, took a Marlies high. McShane, he has a burst of speed as he comes into the Express zone, trying to deke his way in. Forget's with him. McShane centers it. Little has it in his skates. Couldn't get a good shot away. Whitaker comes the other way. He's been out there a while. That pass will not be icing. Oh boy, that's as close as you can get. Can the Express take advantage of it? No, it's cleared by the Marlies. There's Robertson. He just doesn't get tired. He's by himself. 1-on-4. Change happening for the Express, but he still has the puck. Robertson to the blue line. McPherson fakes the shot, gets it over to Robertson. Couple of strides closer to the net, still doesn't shoot. McPherson fakes it. 4-on-4 on the ice, but the Express are working it around right now, almost as if they have a power play. McPherson's shot, that's too high, but it takes a big bounce. Marlies prevent that from coming in front of their net. Ian McLean now down toward the corner. Fantuzzi trying to stay with him, but McLean gets it back to the blue line. McPherson, he doesn't shoot, passes over to Cranston, and that's out of his reach. McShane has time to clear. He needs a sprint to the bench now. He's been out there a long time. Ball passes over to Spot. He walks right in. A hard blast. And that was right off the head of Berezynski and goes out of play. Looks like he's all right. Stop it any way you can in overtime.
Good job by the officials to go over and check on Berezynski because he takes this one square in the nugget, and I mean square. And again, the Marlies trying to go to the top of the net over Berezynski.
We'll see him soon. Carter Robertson has been out a ton. Luke St. John He'll wheel to center ice. Didn't get that in deep. It was knocked down by Spot. Ball listed at over 6'5". Moves pretty well. Thomas got away from Foreign. Now he drops it off for Spot. Spot looks at the net. Tried a wrist shot. That didn't get on target. Come on. Akil Thomas. He's bumped by Cranston. Thomas gets to the front of the net. Tinmouth might get a chance. It's on the backhand. Glove down by Barazinski. He couldn't catch it, but it worked out okay. Foreign has it. Ball fell, and Foreign coming in with McDougall. They're offside.
Oh boy, what an opportunity. Ball blew a tire right at the York Simcoe Express blue line, and McDougall just a half a step ahead of the play. Tough break as Foreign was coming in with a ton of speed with McDougall.
Almost midway through the first 10-minute overtime. 1-1. These two teams were scoring a ton of goals at the OHL Cup. The defense has shone in the OHL Cup-Final. Puck comes to the blue line. Pringle sends it back to Fantuzzi. Now over to Forget. Back to Fantuzzi. Antropov trying to get open. He has the puck now. Daniel Antropov. 7 goals in 6 games coming into this one. Pringle checked by Bucco. Here's Justin McPherson behind his net, and he'll be able to move this puck up ahead. Cameron Hillis. Over to Bucco. And he's stopped by Tang. Tang squeezed those pads just in time, and everybody was waiting for the light to go on. But Elliot Tang, how cool is he?
Two of the best players for York Simcoe Express. Hillis, the captain, in over the line. Sees Bucco with a head of speed. Bucco fakes to go to the backhand, goes to the forehand, and can't be Tang.
Puck was under the goaltender, and Tang had a shutout in the quarterfinal. He had a shutout in the semifinal. Finally, in the third period, Reese Foran was able to score a goal. That's good enough to get to overtime. Next goal wins this one. Buckley saucers it up ahead. There's some good eye-hand coordination from Robbie Cranston. Good thing he has that because McShane was behind him. Tyler Spot has played a lot in the overtime. Over the ball, Spot gets it back. Now Little, he'll just dump it in. Buckley comes up with it for the Marlies. He's bumped by St. John. Trying to move it back to the line. It's picked off there by Foreign. Foreign trying to split the defense, and Ball and Spot close just in time. Here's Little coming against Robertson. Loves it in front. That got up high on Barazinski. Now Thomas, he takes a shot. Barazinski the save. There's a rebound. Robertson got it out of that goal mouth area. Marlies are on it again. Thomas straight ahead. McPherson knocked it away with his stick, and now the speedy captain of the Express, Cameron Hillis, low shot, that's kicked out, comes to the blue line. Robertson elects just to send this puck in deep. Just over 3 minutes to go in the overtime. Michael Little puts that right at Bucco. He and Bucco will clear the zone. Hillis gets back onside. All good to go now for the Express. Horvat got it out just in time. He was being harassed by both Bucco and Hillis. Robertson not being pressured. Moved it just to an open side. Nobody there for York Simcoe. Pace has slowed down. These teams have played a lot over the last week. And now into overtime to decide the OHL Cup champion. Ian McLean. He thought McDougall was going to stay on the left wing side, so he put the puck over there. McDougall had cut to the middle, and now Matthew McDougall trying to skate away from Tinmouth. Horvath cuts him off. Tinmouth comes up with it for the Marlies, and he's skating well. 3 Express are back. Tinmouth still wide, can't shoot from there. Circles the net, looks at the blue line, has to put it back in deep, but McShane's all tied up with St. John. Alan McShane, the captain of the Marlboros. He sends it over to Pringle, who made a nice pickup with the puck, but he ran out of real estate to get a shot. Forget, the defenseman, sensing some offense. Ball, the other defenseman. They're both down low for the Marlies right now. Pringle to the front of the net. Berezynski guarding that short side. St. John tying up Forget down there. Forget working against two Express players. Finally, Reese Foran comes in to clean that puck up. And boy, he's been flying in the third. Another burst of speed from Foran. This time he drops it off for Hillis. That's a nice move, but he fell before he could shoot. Just over a minute to go in overtime. Pringle has to stop. Express all waiting back in their own zone. Antropov, long shot. Berezynski the save, and he hangs on.
Well, Berezynski having to come up big on a couple of occasions here in the overtime frame, and you can see Antropov with that high hockey IQ tries to use Robertson as a screen. And Berezynski pinched those pads together, got the stoppage.
Into the final minute now. Spot takes the shot, sends it off the glass, wraparound chance. Berezynski was sliding across to make sure Buckley couldn't tuck it in.
Surprised we haven't seen more of that, RJ, with these live Enley boards to use that as it means to get the puck back out to the front of the net.
Here's Hillis looking for a little bit of open ice. Slides it over to McKim. There's a high shot. Robertson kicks at it. He'll have to get back now. Fantuzzi heading up ice for the Marlies. Look at the Express. They were all back at their blue line. Nowhere to go for Fantuzzi. Antropov now will give it a try. Time ticking away in this 10-minute overtime.